my little butterflies, welcome back to my channel Butterfly MUA. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mercedes. I am the face behind Butterfly MUA and I'm a little bit close to my camera and I keep nudging it and it keeps wobbling, so I'm just going to try and move. And if you are new, please hit that subscribe button if you so wish, because every little helps. And if you're not new, hi, welcome back. So I look rather tired. I have face makeup but not a lot else. My hair is a mess. I'm just a tired, crazy day, stressed out face kind of mess. But I've decided, because it's been one of those days, that I'm going to come and play with makeup and just de-stress, take some time out from the world and just play with makeup. So it's been one of those days where things have just not gone to plan. So the first thing was fine. Yesterday I decided to declutter my house. So I chose two rooms. I did the kitchen and the kids' toy room with all their wardrobe and clothes. And yeah, so I had quite a few bags full of stuff that needed taking to the tip. And I could also take to the recycling centre and like donate like clothes and stuff. So last night I chucked everything in the car. I loaded the car up. And then today I woke up bright and early, jumped in the car and drove to the tip. My car had other ideas. She decided that the power steering was going to stop working right outside the tip. So I've pulled up down the road and there's like a random, it looks like an entrance but it's not an entrance, and I got confused and thought it was the entrance. Went to turn in it, realised it wasn't the entrance, saw it further along down the road. There was no one behind me, so I've pulled back out, or tried to pull back out, and the steering has just gone really tight and I can't move the car. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I've looked down, and on the dashboard, on the where everything goes wrong lights station is, was the electric power steering light. And I was like, oh crud, I've got a car full of crap and what the hell do I do? So I've put my hazards on and I've tried to pull over. So I've turned the car off, turned her back on, and the light's gone off. So I thought, oh okay, maybe it's just a little hiccup, maybe she got a bit hot, or... So I've carried on and it come back on. And I couldn't steer into the tip because obviously I couldn't steer it, and by this time there was someone behind me. So I put my hazards on and sort of waved that I was having issues. And yeah, so I've overshot the tip, pulled over again, turned her off, and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? So I've decided to turn her back on and turn her around and maybe just head for home. And then I was like, no, I've got this car full of rubbish. I cannot take this rubbish back home. I am next door to the tip. Literally, I could just walk out and touch the tip. So I've managed to turn her around. I've managed to get myself into the tip. And at the meantime, I've phoned my husband and I'm like, what do I do? The car's messing around. So he's phoned the garage and they're like, oh, it could just be that you need a new battery. Sometimes older cars, she's old, when their battery gets near the end of its life, they start doing funny things, and one of the things that they will take power from to push it somewhere else is from the power steering. So I've gone to Halfords, and because my husband's got a broken leg at the minute, like it's all in plaster, he could not put the battery in. So I've gone to Halfords, I've got them to find me my battery, and I've paid them to put it in, which is all fine. And it was really nice of them to help, especially because COVID is still around at the moment, so you know, it's nice they help. But when the kiddie put the battery back in the car, he didn't do the clip around the battery up tight enough, and he did mention that. He was like, oh, I'm really struggling with this, you might need a new clip. So I've come home and I've said to my husband, so he's come out in his crutches, and I've opened the bonnet for him and he's having a look, and he's like, oh no, he's just put the screw in the wrong way around. So he's taken the screw out and the washer, put them the right way around. Tight the button now. But it's just one of those days, because I needed the car today. Like, I had to do the tip run. I was meant to go and do a bit of food shopping, but that didn't happen, so we ended up with takeaway tonight. And then I had to take my husband to get his blood pressure checked. Yeah, my husband needed his blood pressure checked at the doctor's because when he had his operation originally, I had to rush into A&E because he was collapsing and stuff, and it was all to do with blood pressure, so they wanted to check that. So I was like, I need my car. So touch wood, or metal earring, touch wood. She seems okay at the minute. I'm not going to hold my breath. She is penciled in at the garage on Friday morning if she decides that it's not the battery that's the problem. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that is not even what this video is about. That is such a long intro. I'm really sorry, but I needed to vent. But this is what this video is about. So Makeup Obsession are like a sister brand to Makeup Revolution. They are usually a little bit cheaper than some of the Revolution stuff, but I find they're really, really good. And actually, I say cheaper, but they're kind of like just a broad spectrum of prices. Like Revolution very rarely have like a high price point. I think Revolution Pro are probably the dearest, or one of the dearest that they do. You also have Planet Revolution now, which are also quite expensive. So they're usually quite a good price point of a drugstore brand. So this one is the Angel Energy collection, and I saw that they did a mood one. I do also have that one, which I will review for another day, but I'm really, really excited. So I was flicking through Instagram and this came up on my Instagram feed, and I was like, ooh, I like that packaging. It's got angels on it, or you know, little, is it cherubs? Cuteness. So I was like, I need that. Definitely need that. So I went on there and they were doing this thing where you could spin the wheel and you could win maybe a free gift, or 20% off, or 10% off, or something like that. I spun the wheel and got 20% off. So I put this one in my basket, and the Mood collection, this one. And then I also had £5 off. So what should have been £50 for two ended up being £36 for two. So obviously I've decided to go with this one. So I'm going to play with this today. I've done some of my makeup, but there are a few items in here like highlighter and brow gel, I believe, that I want to play with. So let's open it up and have a look, because I know that's what you're really here for. You're not here to hear me rant about my car and my day. So this is what you get inside. So this set is £25, but you can buy the stuff individually. You don't have to buy it as a set. I do believe this box here is like a little mini kabuki brush. I don't think you can buy that separately. I think that was like special for this little set. But the eyeshadow palette you can definitely buy separately, and I believe that is £10. £10. So let's go through and have a look. So here is the little box for the little kabuki brush. Very cute packaging. I do have to say this is really, really cute. Very arty-farty, isn't it? So let's have a look at this. Oh, this is actually really cute. So it says Makeup Obsession there. It's a really nice blue shade, and it does feel really, really soft to the touch. Oh, I like that. I do have to say I've never really had a need to use a kabuki brush. I don't know why, but this feels really nice. I probably will find a use for it. Whether I will use it in this video, I don't know, because the other products I don't think need to be used with that. So the next thing is a Makeup Obsession illuminating stick in swag. So this is what it looks like. Very, very nice. Let's see if we can get into it. Okay, so this is it without the plastic packaging on. I've taken the lid off. Oh my god, it seems absolutely huge. So it says apply to cheekbones, eyes or body for a shimmering glow. So, whoa, this is huge. Wow. That is actually really nice. It's got like a white snowy sort of sparkle to it, but it looks really dewy. Okay, this could be interesting. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try and apply it. Don't laugh if it goes wrong. I don't know whether it needs to be that big. Because I don't normally, I mean, I like using highlighter, but I don't apply such a big area. But it does feel really nice and like creamy. It has a little bit of like stickiness to it. Okay, so it has given me a bit of shine. In my mirror I can see like the snowy white flecks of sparkle. I don't know whether it has slightly lifted like my foundation underneath, like I can see a bit of redness underneath. I mean, my skin is quite red today anyway, I've been stressed, so it's just gone ugh. Yeah, I don't know whether it's lifted a little bit. I do kind of like it though. I don't know whether I would actually prefer to just use my finger. That's probably what I should have done. And then I could just do that. Oh my god. Honestly, that's what I mean. Stressful day. I could have just done that. Why? Why did I decide to just put the stick straight on my face? I mean, it's only going to go on my face. A bit on the end of my nose. Okay, it is nice actually. It does feel really like creamy to the texture, but it looks really dewy on the skin. Obviously I would definitely not do what I just did and use the whole stick on your face. I would use your finger. That way you get a lot more control over it and you don't get all your makeup on it. Honestly, it's been one of those days, so my brain's just not with it. Not with it at all. So yeah, I do like that. I do think when you use the stick on your skin, it lifts your foundation, your base a little bit. But I think if you were to use your finger, it might not. So next up we have a balm. I have tried one similar to this from Revolution. I have to say, wasn't my favourite. But this is a Makeup Obsession one, so it might be slightly different. I believe the one I tried was actually from Relove, so yeah, it could be different. I'm hoping it's different. So this one is just called So Balm Lip Balm. I think there are others, well obviously it's the Angel Energy one, but I think there are others within their range with different names and shades, so there is that. Obviously I would not normally apply that much, but just so you could see it on the camera, it is just a clear balmy gloss. So I'm going to apply that and see how I get on. Half tempted to just I like this one. So the Relove one I had, it kind of had like, it felt gritty, and when you got it on your teeth it wasn't very nice. This one is not. It's silky smooth, it feels nice, it tastes like kind of like a fake watermelon taste. It's given me real throwback vibes to like my teenage years, my childhood, when you'd get like a lip balm and you'd be forever putting it on to make your lips look nice and pretty. And it has that feeling to it. Oh, the smell and the taste really remind me of something, but I really can't think of the name. But yeah, it's nice. I like it. It does give it a nice sort of like glossy glow, but you can feel that it's a balm and not a gloss. It's really, really nice. Oh, I really, really like this. Really, really like this. So yeah, very pleased with that one. Next up we have a brow gloss. So I'm guessing it's just like a brow gel. It does say it has hemp seed oil in it and it's just a clear one, which is good for me because my brows are awful. They are very, very blonde. I'm too lazy to dye them myself. I was meant to do it the other week and forgot. So I tend to just hide them with my fringe and just use a brow gel so they're not too hideous and all over the place. So this is the brow gloss. I was not expecting that. Okay. If I'm honest, I was expecting like that. I was not expecting that. How on earth do I use that? I am that really lazy brow person. I very rarely do my brows. I'm a school run mum, usually, or a school holiday mum, as it is now. I work part-time. I don't have time for faffing with my brows. If I could choose one makeup thing to do, it would be eyeshadow. So it would not be this. So there is the brow gloss. Smells nice. Does it say anything on the box? Okay. What it does say on the back is brow serum. Not necessarily like a brow gel that's going to hold it into place. So I'm wondering whether this is like, I don't know, maybe like a serum to help you grow your brows? Or is it just like one of those new looks, you know, like you get the laminated brow? Is it like that? So, okay, so I've just brushed my fringe out the way and I'm just using a spoilie. As you can see, my brows are really light and very sparse. Hence I can't be bothered with the filling in because there's so much filling in to do. I can't be dealing with it, so I'm just gonna try this. Maybe I'll have a look on their website and see if it says anything. Okay, I think that's what you're meant to do. I have no idea. It seems to have gone on nicely. It hasn't left like a white cast. Sometimes you get like, it looks like your brows have dandruff. Doesn't look like that. I think it is. It's just like a serumy brow gel. I'm gonna have a look online. I will have a look. I'll put something in there. But yeah, I mean, if it's just a brow gel, it's okay. I've got a spoolie. I can brush my brows and put this on top. That's fine. Will I use it? Probably, because I do like to tame my brows because they do sort of get a bit werewolfy sometimes, especially when I'm being lazy mummy. Hence, the fringe is always around. So, brow gel seems fine. I might keep my fringe like this just for a little while because I am going to move on to eyeshadow. So, dun dun dun! Here is the Angel Energy eyeshadow palette. I know it's what you've all been waiting to see. How cute is this packaging? It's absolutely gorgeous. And I have to say I have had a sneak peek at the eyeshadow palette because it's just so stunning. So the inner packaging is just the same as the outer packaging with the little cherubs or little baby cupids flying around. Very cute. And here is the palette. have to say it looks stunning. So I'm going to take the plastic thing out. So you do get a nice big mirror with it as well, which I think is great. And here it is. So it has a mixture of mattes and shimmers. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shimmer shades. And there's 16 shades altogether. So this is really, really nice. It has quite a few, I would say, more pastel-y shades. It does have a couple of darker, deeper shades, but I would say this is definitely more of a pastel palette. I do really like the look of the pinks. I like the look of the mint green up here. That looks really, really cute. I am into mint green at the minute. I've started using the e.l.f. Mint to Be Mint Melt palette. That is actually really, really cute. I will do a review on that very soon. But yeah. Oh, I might have to swatch this and see what it looks like, because I have no idea what I look to do today. Okay, so here is the eyeshadow palette swatched. They are very, very pastel. Some of them have swatched better than others, but then it's best to not always go by swatches. Sometimes they work different on the eyes, and I'm not best at swatching. There was one shade, this one here, that just did not really show up at all. But I'm going to go through the shade names. So this one is Cupid, then we have Angel, Energy, Baby, Halo, Bliss, Divine. That one is a proper glitter shade, like wow. We have Saint, Wings, Divinity, Paradise, which is this pink shade here. It's actually a really nice sort of pastel pink shimmer shade, but it doesn't show up too well here. Then this one is called, Eden. It did not swatch very well at all. It didn't really show up or do anything. This one's called Guardian, Ethereal, Cherub, and Heavenly. So yeah, I do like some of the shades in this palette, like how they swatch this mint green. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, like this glitter shade, this one, the pinks. So it does look really, really nice. I have no idea what look to go for. So while I'm deciding, I'm going to prime my eyes. So the eye primer I'm using is, of course, my Revolution one from my calendar. Okay, so my eyes are primed. My fringe is really annoying me. But let's dive in. So I think the first shade I'm going to go for is Angel. It looks like a really nice sort of pastel peach. I think it looks absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to go in this one. This is actually a Makeup Obsession brush. It's one of my favourites. So I'm going to go in with this one. Really pretty. It looks so much better in person than it does on my screen. As usual, there'll be photos at the beginning where you would have seen the finished look, and you can see how good it is in photos. Or maybe I'll add one in at the end as well, just so you can doubly see. Next up, I'm going to go in with some Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer on my eyelids. Just so, I don't know, I like to do this, not necessarily to cut creases, but to just make sure everything pops the way it should. Okay, so next up I'm going to go with Bliss. And I still have no idea what I'm really doing for this look today, but I'm just sort of winging it, just to see what happens. I want to try and play with as many shades as I can. Okay, so that is that one. Just got my little cloth to wipe my brush on. I now think I'm going to go in with this like purple shade Saint. And I forgot to mention as well, like the matte shades all have like the little cherub symbol imprinted on them, which is super cute. Just gonna go back in with Bliss because I mucked up the pink a little bit. Okay, that shade is nice, but on this side it's gone a little bit patchy. I don't know why. I'm gonna go in with Cupid, the mint green colour. Wow. Okay, this shade is absolutely, I'm lost for words. It's stunning. Okay, so that mint green shade is actually really lovely. The only one I'm struggling with is Saint, the purple shade. And I actually, when I buy a lot of pastel eyeshadow palettes, I find pastel purples tend to be the one shade that is usually the dud. Dun dun dun. So that's not a favourite, but I like the pink and I like the green. So what shall I do? I might just top up this shade a little bit. Might go in with Halo, just on like the brow bone section. I'm just going to use my big fluffy brush again. Okay, so that's quite a nice brow bone shade. What next? So I might go in with Energy just under my lash line, just because I want to use as many shades as I can. Okay, that's quite nice. Now, I'm going to try Eden as an inner corner highlight, see if it does do anything. If not, then maybe those two are duds. No, I have to say Eden works well with a brush, it just does not swatch very well. I'm not happy with the purple in the middle, so I'm going to try the glitter because I love glitter and I want to try it. So I'm just going to use my finger. That's how I usually apply glitters. Some glitters are not eye safe, so if you are getting this palette, just be careful if you do use the glitters because technically they might not be eye safe. So just be careful. And by eye safe I mean they might get in your eye and scratch it and damage it. So you just have to be careful when you apply it. Some people recommend using a glitter glue, but sometimes you can just get away with applying it like this. So I've got rid of the purple that did absolutely nothing for me, and this is quite a funky, different kind of look. I do like the glitter, kind of funky. I do like the pastel shades. Gonna pop on some mascara and see what the finished look looks like. So this is the finished eye look. I do actually really like it. Very pastel, very pretty, very angelic. I do like it. There are a couple of shades, well, mainly one. This one just didn't work for me. I do find that with Revolution and pastel purple shades. I have the Roxy Colourburst palette, similar sort of shade, really doesn't work. I have to mix it with like the pastel pink to use it. I do have other palettes from Revolution though that do have a purple pastel in, and they do work. So, you know, I'm not saying Revolution can't make a pastel purple, because they can, because they've done it before, but sometimes I just find, although it kind of worked, like it did go on, it just sort of vanished, and then like on this eye I couldn't even get it to apply properly. But the rest of the shades that I have tried worked really well. I have to say most of the mattes are perfect. The pigmentation is completely there. Like, yes, they are pastel, they are not in your face, they are not boom, wow, I'm here, but you can see them on my eye. I think they look very dainty, angelic and pretty, so I do think this is a lovely palette. The metallic shades, I did think Eden was going to be a problem, but actually using this style brush that I use for my inner corner, it picked it up better than my finger did, and it applied to the inner corner really well. The other one, which was this one that I used, worked really well. I really like it. The glitter shade, it is a glitter that you can just use with your finger. You don't have to use a brush. You don't necessarily need a glitter glue, although I would say if you're a beginner, definitely use glitter glue. But glitters are not always eye safe. Because they can scratch, they can damage the eye, so just be careful. A lot of people would recommend you just use it as like a festival look, maybe here instead. But you know, if it's in an eyeshadow palette, you're gonna be tempted to use it on your eyes. So I do like the glitter. It's not the best glitter formula I've used. It's got nothing on the Tatti Beauty glitter, but this works. It's a nice glitter. I kind of think, because I do like glitter in palettes, that if you're going to put one in there, maybe I would have liked this little section here to have been like a little collection of glitters. That's just my personal opinion. If I was to create my own palette, that would be what I would do. I would have like a selection on the outside of mattes and metallics, glitters on the middle, and I would really like angelic glitters. But you know, I do like this glitter. It's nice, it's pretty on the eye, and it just, for me, it can just finish a look using a bit of glitter. But you do have to be careful when you remove glitter from your eye area. Like, don't put it in your eye, don't rub it, just, you have to be very careful. But overall, I do like this palette. Obviously, there are shades I have not used. The ones I have, bar one, I feel very happy with, and I did really enjoy this palette. I think I would definitely have to play around with it again to fully know whether I love it, but I do really like it. I love the design of the outer packaging, it's absolutely stunning. And I do have to say, I do really love Makeup Obsession as a brand. I have the Tiffany MUA palette, which is stunning. Absolutely stunning. That is the one rainbow palette I would recommend to anyone. If you want a rainbow palette, you get the Makeup Obsession times Tiffany MUA one. You won't need another one in your collection, but this is a nice little palette. If, like me, you collect makeup, then you're going to want it in your collection. And actually, I don't think too many palettes have this kind of colour story. It is kind of different. It's kind of floaty, not edgy, but like angelic edgy, because you have like the pastel beautiful angelic shades, and then you kind of do have like harsh shades that could really zhuzh it up a little bit and make it a bit more pop, if you know what I mean. Obviously I haven't played with the darker shades in this palette. I think that will be for another day. Maybe I will have to do that in another video, but I do have the mood one to try, so that will be interesting to see how that compares to this one, although that one is definitely a more neutral eyeshadow palette. But this one, I like it. I'm glad I have it in my collection. Would I recommend it? If you don't have anything with that colour story in, then yeah, I'd recommend it. I do like the formula in this palette. It's a lovely little palette. What about the rest of the products? So the lip balm, I really like this. It's still on my lips now. It's given it a nice shine. It feels really hydrating, so I think this is going to be one I'm going to be turning to a lot more. I do suffer from really dry lips, so this is probably going to be a new favourite for me. The highlighting stick, I did like it. Not my favourite, but it's nice. I would definitely recommend using your finger and not just wiping the whole thing on your face. You could possibly get away with that with a blush one because you're probably covering more of a surface area. But this one is more of like a dedicated area, so I would recommend using your finger and not doing a me. The brow gloss or brow serum, it's nice. It's held my brows into place. I would have preferred like the spoolie looking design to apply it, although I do have a spoolie so I can brush them into place and then put this on top. No biggie, but I would have liked that. But it seems nice, and I am actually quite glad I got it in this set because my Relove one is currently in my project pan and I'm nearly out. So I was thinking, oh god, I'm gonna have to buy a brow gel. I don't. I've got one in this set, so I don't have to. And the little baby kabuki brush, so I haven't used it. I possibly will, if not. It's really cute. I don't tend to use kabuki brushes, but if you do, it is really soft. It's dense, but it's not too tightly dense that you're not going to get any movement out of it. It's nice, it's cute. Nice little addition, I suppose, to the set. Would I recommend buying them separately or as a set? Well, I think that all depends for the set. So if you don't have these other products in your collection, like the brow gel, the highlighting stick, the balm, then I think this is actually a really cute little way to build up your collection. It's not a bad collection. I do really like it. So, you know, in that sense, get the set. If you already have these in your collection and, you know, if you still have quite a lot left and you don't really need to buy any, then maybe not, but you can buy like the eyeshadow palette separately. I do recommend the eyeshadow palette. I enjoy playing with it. Yes, there's one dud shade, but in a lot of palettes there's going to be a shade you don't like or is a dud. It's the rule of eyeshadow palettes. That's the way it is. So yeah, I do recommend the eyeshadow palette. If you don't have anything with that colour story in, then I would highly recommend getting this one and having a play with it. So yeah, really like it. So overall, I'm really happy. So I guess that is this video done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and give me a comment down below. Have you got this collection? Have you enjoyed it? How have you found the eyeshadow palette? Please let me know. Or if you want me to do any other looks using this eyeshadow palette, let me know. So yeah, that's me done. I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.